our friend Martie.
Our big Marty, the big streetcar guy.
Yeah, Martie Cordaro, our friend, the president of the Omaha Storm Chasers, joining us now. Marty, what's going on?
Good morning. How's everyone doing today?
El Presidente. How we doing?
I'm well, man. Team is playing a little bit better, having won 5 out of 6, and
And 2 in a row?
yeah, 2 in a row at home, and yeah, it's a big stretch for us. We've got Chasers this week, state baseball next week, and then our lone back-to-back 12 gamer right after state baseball. So 4 straight weeks of great baseball action at Werner Park.
I was literally somebody must have ran and told on me. I wasn't even making fun of you as much as I was Bluey, but on like a humbug. I just happened to be discussing city events for my soon to be 7-year-old's birthday. And I said, guys, do you realize I'm trying to go see Bluey for a VIP deal? This is an honest to God true story, Mari. This was, I don't know how many, when was this?
Well, you talked about it a couple times, but
And I'm like,
yeah.
how is this thing sold out 3 weeks ago? I'm like,
Don't ask me. My youngest is almost 17. I don't know anything about Bluey. This is all educational for me, and it's pretty crazy. And I'm glad that we're also bringing bingo with Bluey.
yeah.
That way, more kids and families can meet the characters, during the game.
Apparently, Bluey's a big deal, Marty, because when I was talking about Bluey, I think I gave him I gave Bluey a masculine deal.
Yeah.
And I had a caller call in and say, hey, by the way,
Bluey's a girl.
Bluey's a girl. And Marty, I'm telling you, Zoe watches Bluey every single day. And we're going on like 5 or 6 months of this. It's incredible. I don't get it, but apparently, considering it's sold out, everybody else does.
She's gonna be 7. Holy cow!
I know.
Crazy.
I know. Listen, I'm doing the math, though. I'll be out of the house at 61. All right, out of the house at 61.
I bet you are.
So, how excited are you? I mean, you're getting ready to start a homestand. It's happening a little late. You get to celebrate. A little late this year with your Star Wars night, which of course Shane and the the co-host to my right is very excited about. Like, are you getting ready to just get in your wheelhouse here?
It's going to be a great night tomorrow night. The jerseys that Alex Cedar designed really are nice. We're looking forward to that. The team wearing those, and then Make-A-Wish receiving the proceeds from the jersey auction and characters. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun night. The first fireworks we had a couple weeks ago on May 2nd, it was still downright cold for baseball. So
yeah, that's tough.
Looking forward to some warmer weather tomorrow night. And Star Wars night is kind of always been our reopening night, because you never know what you get with weather, as we just talked about. During the month of April, and it's long been the first weekend. But our team decided that we could probably get more characters and have less conflict with other community events that weekend. So that's why we moved off of the May 4th weekend to this weekend. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes this year.
So I mean, I know
lot of Mace Windu jokes
DBs.
already, Marty, and I'd like to broaden my horizons. Do I have any more range? Is there anything else I can offer myself other than Mace Windu?
I'll come back to you on that. Yeah, we'll get you taken care of.
I believe the Fett family has a little bit of culture. I don't know which culture that is.
Oh, Marty, that's his guy. Aren't you're a big Boba Fett guy, right?
I don't know about a big guy, but yeah, I'm a big Fett fan. But yeah, so,
Jenga, who in particular?
No, I like Boba Fett, and the young man he's not a young man anymore, but the gentleman that played the young Boba Fett, he and I have kind of become acquaintances over the years.
Shocker.
He played in Attack of the Clones, Daniel Logan, and we were close on bringing him in. So hopefully we'll bring him in one year. He's great with fans, and that's the neat thing about Star Wars. It just transcends all generations, and yeah, so tomorrow night will be fun. But there's a lot of other baseball other than just Star Wars night tomorrow night, and this team's playing well. Cameron's back. We obviously are on the Jack Caglione watch. And
I was gonna say, man, if there's one string you could pull, and you wanted to Like,
You think I haven't tried already? Come on now.
hey guys,
There-
if you could just give me like a week's warning. The whole 48 to 72 hour thing is a little tough. We can turn it around, but
Well,
give me a week.
They're
Just
not-
be a week
They're
notice.
not letting you make those decisions, Marty.
no. Even in my 19th year, they ask questions. So, my friends at the Royals are great, but you know what? I don't want to be in player personnel decisions. I think a lot of times, we as fans or the general fans will say, well, how come they haven't done this and how come they haven't done that? And you want players to be in Omaha and you want players to go to the big leagues, but remember, it isn't just about playing playing baseball, or maybe in the NBA, with the G League. These are players' lives, and there is a component to this. Are they ready on the mental side as well with their next move? And I know when the Royals feel that Jack's ready, they're going to make that move, and it'll be great to have him back in Omaha, because I know there's a lot of Jack fans in Omaha.
So I know DB insinuated Star Wars nerd, which I am a little bit, but what I'm really excited about is the replica championship ring giveaway, because that's the next night,
Those are
right?
sweet. Yeah, those are really sweet. We got them in late last week, and Katie and Alvin on our team did a really nice job with the design of those, and Pepsi's the partner on that, and they are as big and as heavy as our authentic rings that the staff and the team and the players got. So it's going to be a really, really nice giveaway. And
What doesn't Katie do?
Display stand. She does a lot. Yeah, she's out there.
Wait, she's out there, right? But so Prez, how important you're. I tell people this, and they laugh. Oh, he's so nice and he's so diplomatic. I'm like, no, Marty's competitive. Like, how much do you like? How much is winning? I know you have to kind of roll with the punches, but you've been successful, man. Do you still have the winning bug, like that supersedes anything?
Well, yeah. Being a part of the winning, is largely based on us creating an environment for players to develop and play. We're not in the sport business, especially on the baseball side. Soccer side's a little different because we do employ the players, but I'm not getting involved in technical decisions. When I'm talking about a player, it's more about his character, his makeup. What is his attitude? Has he grown? Has he not? Is he a problem? And the Royals go through those same questions. So on the competitive side of that, it's more of a support system, if you will. But look, I had someone ask me the other day, how many rings do you have? And I'm like, I don't know. I haven't had them out in a while. So I pulled a few out of, a couple of spots in my house, and I've got 9 rings. I had 9 rings, so I want to go 10. So let's get another one, but whether it's Union or whether it's Chasers this year. And, getting a little reminder of it, Columbus is who we beat at home last year. In these first 2 games, we've beaten Columbus pretty soundly, and it feels pretty good.
You got a nice little thing going with them. I want to talk about something that's kind of near and dear to my heart. You got, your mental health awareness night, and it impacts a ton of people. Obviously myself on a personal level, there's times where I know I've struggled with mental health. Like, when you guys are picking your nights and community involvement, how beneficial is it that you're so in tune with what's going on in the community on multiple levels, not just in the sports world?
Well, we have to be, and I would say, using the word inclusive is not something that is very popular these days, but we don't give a damn. And we're going to be inclusive in a sense of we're going to celebrate different community nights, in a sense of All Abilities Night, or in a sense of Pride Night. And then tonight is a night to bring some awareness to those that do struggle with mental health. And DB, you and I have talked, and you, your family, and then a number of my family members. It's been a tough run the last 10 years in some regards. So having displays tonight, and having different organizations that fans can anonymously walk up to and have conversation about services or get information about services, I think is important. And it's no different on the other end. The last 2 years we've celebrated, the Negro Leagues Baseball Tribute to bring attention to those that came before us and those that were different than traditional, air quotes, baseball players back in, the 30s, 40s, and 50s. So, that's a different type of a community celebration. But we're going to continue to do that. I think it's important to celebrate all things that are challenging and good in our community. And that's something that's important not only to the Omaha Storm Chasers, but to the core of the 120 across minor league baseball.
Martie, that's why we like you. That's why we ride with you. You care about so much more than just baseball. Really appreciate all you do for the community. What's the best way for people to support you? Just get out to Storm Chasers games?
Yeah, look, the weather was tough early this year. If you haven't been to a game yet, come out this week. Come out over the next 3 or 4 weeks. There are a lot of great promotions.
A lot of 70s too. It's going to be nice. It's going to be ideal, Martie.
It is. And there's a lot of promotions that are community-based or just baseball fun-based. But if you like great baseball, there's that as well. I mean, look what the Royals are doing. And, those players were here. They were here before they were Royals. And, again, these players that are here today are going to go on to play big league baseball. So, log online, omahastormchasers.com. We've got fantastic gold packs and blue books still remaining. We have undated voucher packs. So, yeah, just consider supporting the AAA club this year.
That's Martie Cordaro, president of the Omaha Storm Chasers. Martie, love talking to you as always. We appreciate it.
Ravi, DB, make today the best day. See you guys.
Appreciate it, MC.